working according to what I had done earlier in practices, but this is just kind of like another test to see if it's working. I had like 4 different tests this morning that I did. And I think what I'm going to try to do now is do a live track. There we go. And see if it will pick me up when I go down the way. It didn't pick me up. It's supposed to track me. For some reason, it didn't track. There we go. Now let's see if it'll turn. Yeah. It's supposed to do an auto track. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Huh. And the microphone should be picking up. I hope it is. It's picking me up. It's tracking me, and I'm probably 12, 13 feet away. I guess that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna slice that one up again. This is borderline sizable enough to season out. I don't think I'll split that. I'm doing an auto tracking on my phone right now. See how that works. We shall see. Yeah, it's picking me up. Alright, well, get these knots out of the way. Alright. I see why that didn't want to go. Yeah, just test to see if it's picking up the microphone and the auto track. I don't know what the limits are of the auto track. I have a feeling that once I get in, yeah, fuck it. Once I go out of range and I come back in, it probably won't pick it up. But I think it's picking the mic up. I can tell it's picking the auto track. But where's the auto track gonna go to? Like if I, will it follow me all the way back here? Looks like I got out of range. And then it picked me back up. All right, let's see. Is it picking me up? Yeah, it's picking me up. Is it picking me up now? No. So the range on the auto track looks like it's about 20 feet or so. And then it just picks me back up when I get back in the screen. I'm just looking at the auto track feature on this. When you see this, the audio track is making me really feel sick. Really. Ooh, you know what, dude? I don't know. It's an external mic that doesn't have a volume. That's one of the things I'm doing a test on this live stream with. But now I'm going to have to listen to it and see what it's doing. All right. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's pretty loud. Yeah, that's pretty loud. Yeah. I'm trying something new with this audio. Not the mic, it's fine, broski. Oh, you said auto track. I thought you said audio track. Huh. I just, sometimes you try to skim read, and I apologize. The AU, and I'm working with audio and auto at the same time. Yeah. Well, let's see if I could do it like this then. All right. Turn the auto track off. It's supposed to turn off when it sees 5 fingers. It's not turning off. There it is. Now it turned off. Oh, there you go. Now it's turned off. I've got it on a gimbal right now. There we go. Let's see. The gimbal's supposed to be smooth, man. Everything, it's a DJI 7P, man. DJI Pocket Mini 7P fucking module with the OM and the external mic and the auto tracking. Everything's supposed to be now modern and smooth. I've spent maybe 3 hours or 4 hours just trying to learn how to use this thing, and I'm not proficient. So I get it. If you want to go to another live stream, you want to turn it off, I have not offended in any way. You know, this is supposed to be a test thing. I'm just trying something out because, frankly, the mic is still probably pretty loud, which is good, but it's noise canceling is the point, the purpose. In fact, I gotta figure out how you do that. There's like, I don't know if you can see, it's got like a green light. I don't know if that's showing up in there, but it's supposed to be a yellow light when it does noise canceling, but the windscreen helps. I got another one that's a little thicker hair. It's called a dead cat. They call them the gray and white one. And the thing is, so that the wind doesn't hit the mic. You know, if you just use your phone only for these live streams outside, the wind hits it, that's annoying as hell. You can't hear hardly anything. But these external mics pick up everything, including the heavy breathing when I'm over here splitting wood. Which is what I'm going to get back to. Feel free to, let's see if it'll pick where I want it to be here. Let's see, yeah, that's probably maybe a little bit this way and a little bit that way. Let me see. Can't hardly see these ones in the front, but that's okay. They're there. Trust me, they're there. Go with that one. And go with that one. Yep. That'll be fine. And of course, that'll have to be fine. Oh, yeah, I quit working out back in 2019, early 2019. It's been 7 years. I've gone through maybe 3 different phases during that time where I wanted to get going and I just didn't have motivation. And then I found some really good deals on some more weights. I got a home gym. I never go to the gyms, you know, the membership gyms, but I just started working out like exactly 1 week ago today again, and hopefully I can continue in it. Got to try to stay strong. As you get older, if you don't use it, you will lose it. And my whole life I've been a lot stronger than I've looked. And I've enjoyed having that strength. And I've noticed here of late that not quite as strong as I used to be. And of course, having been out of working out for a long time, got to get back into it slow. Can't just go balls out. So I'm at the phase right now where I'm conditioning my muscles to, or my whole body, not just my muscles, but conditioning my body to start getting ready for more resistance exercises. And my body knows what's up. I start hitting the weights, and I'm into functional movements for strength training. And I start hitting the weights, and the body's like, okay. So I got a shit ton of sore muscles this week. That's been fun. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to be splitting this close to my DJI. I got my DJI up on 2 stumps stacked up right now. Yeah. Oh. Not yet. Why not? And I'll go one more. Still got snow on the bottom of some of these. Go. I'll be standing out there. These slivers make for nice kindling. Yeah, there you go on that one. That goes. One more. Do. Turn. All right. Bring out the oxygen bottles. No shit, dude. No shit. Good workout. It is a good workout. I don't know if there's anyone in here now. It says there's 30 people, but I did a stream yesterday. It said I had 10,000 views. And there was maybe 5 people that were chatting, and I'm thinking there's no way there was 10,000. Yeah. I live out in the country, and you know, right around 650 feet above sea level, so we have a pretty oxygen-rich environment. I'm in the woods, even though now we don't have a lot of greenery making oxygen. It's still good. I like it. Take me a minute to catch my breath, though. I'm getting old. I'm 55. And I really haven't been doing much of any cardio. Haven't worked really strong since 2025. Last year was a really slow year for work for me. Well, and I'm working every day. You know, I got pretty good cardio and my breathing is good usually. This is interesting now because the sun's shining in my face. As you can see, the blue is obscured and I can't really see who that is. But saying Unk, let me see if I can see there. Yeah, I have to tap on it. Arlen, I must have given you a mod shield now. They're no longer wrenches, they're shields. But you haven't been in here much, unless you had a different name. Some people change their usernames. Yo, long time no see. Quite busy. Oh, cool. I'm using an external mic on this thing, and I'm sure it's picking up my breathing like crazy. So yeah, once I start losing my breath, I gotta take a minute, get some fresh air, and then get back on it. I was trying an auto track, and I can't think of what his name was. Infinite Rouse, I think maybe was it, that said, no, Blunt's Waffle or something, Blunt Waffle. Said that the auto tracking was really like making him nauseous. Auto tracking is this, so now it's auto track, so when I move, it'll automatically track me, right? It's supposed to, but I must have gotten out of it because of shadow. Huh. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's not picking me up. It's not tracking me. It's supposed to track me. Okay, so now it's not tracking. Let me see if I drop this down just a little. Now try it. Okay. Nope. It's not tracking. Unless it's already past that. Yeah, it could be past that. Okay, the auto tracking cut out. Yeah, it cut out again. That's weird. Yeah, I'm playing with a gimbal is what I'm doing. And it's got like a little device. It's a module. It does auto tracking. Yeah, so now it's doing it. It might make you nauseous though, because somebody came in here earlier and said it was making them sick. I think it's interesting, this new technology. I'm not really sure what I think about it. I'll come back after this round and see what, if anybody said anything, if they don't like the auto track. Come on. Yeah, fuck it. I'll pick that up later. Gotta get the knots. Auto tracking off. I don't know what that's going to do. Just caught my breath and already I'm losing it, huh? Yeah. Probably shouldn't even be streaming, especially with an external mic. But we're expecting winds today, and I was thinking that the auto track's working. Somebody said it was making them nauseous, so I turned it off. It's one of those things where you just put up your hand and it detects 5 fingers and then it turns on and off. So when I turn it on, there's a green light that shows up on the module, and I turn and it tracks me. And then I do that again. It's supposed to turn it off and it's not turning it off. And there, now it's off and it won't track me. So I can go take a leak. I thought about that because I'm in my woods, you know, it's like, I'm gonna have to go hide behind a tree to get away from AutoTrack, because AutoTrack's gonna fucking publish my shit all over the internet. I don't want that. I think I'm gonna disconnect the mic. I think. Elbow grease builds character. You seem like an interesting gentleman. Some people think I'm interesting. Some people think I'm nuts. I don't follow the flows of the mainstream, if you will. Most people go with whatever flow they're in, and it's like dead fish go with the flow, man. Dead fish go with the flow. You got to fight the current. I remember before I became born again, I had a dream, and in the dream I was fighting the current, swimming up against stream, And this old man came to me and he said, you need to just go with the flow. And, you know, it was probably a devil, a fallen angel. Some people call them demons, but they're not. They're just devils. But they can appear to you. And so I kind of did at that time. I started to go with the flow. And I found myself swimming in a whole bunch of shit and sin. And, you know, then later I learned, yeah, dead fish go with the flow. It's not wise to do that. Never follow the masses because the M is sometimes silent. What was I going to do? Turn this off. Okay. Here's the microphone. Pull it away from my breathing. Oh, you know what? I don't necessarily have to turn it off. I can just set it down. Is it picking up my voice fine where it's at right now? I just wonder. Because that way I could still do the stream. Jesus is the Lord. Dream sounds profound. Yeah. Yeah, that was back in my days when I was involved in a lot of spiritual wickedness too. I was using crystals and doing meditation and telepathic communication with people, which is actually dealing with devils. And the auto tracking just picked up when I put my gloves on. It recognized 5 fingers, and it won't turn it off now. Maybe it'll turn it off now. I don't know. Is the auto tracking bothering you? It was bothering somebody, but I don't want to just do my shit just because one person don't like it. Okay, cool. When did you acquire your land, mate? My wife and I are looking. Oh, it's trying to pick me up is what it's doing. I got to turn that auto tracking off. It's not doing it. There it is. Finally turned it off. I got to turn this down. It's just the sun shining in my face. It's hard to read. Wife and I are looking at buying some now, and it is expensive, man. I only have just less than 2 acres of land. I'm way out in the country in northwest Indiana, about an hour and 20 minutes or so from Chicago, and 2 acres of land with a 2,550 square foot house. I paid $125,000 for, and that was in 2004. And now it's ridiculous. Yeah, the price of housing is ridiculous, and that's part of a strategy. Can you hear that Cooper hawk with this microphone? Cooper hawks are new to this area. We've always had red-tailed hawks, but I'm guessing those Cooper hawks are more badass than the red-tails, because I haven't seen one red-tailed hawk since the Cooper hawks moved in. 2 Cooper hawks moved in here a year and a half ago. 2 falls ago, actually. And they built a nest in my woods. Haven't seen a red-tailed hawk since. And they had a couple of babies. And one of the babies went after my cat. Hold on, let's see if this will help. If I turn it up here, yeah, it helps a lot. Hope you're exercising your Second Amendment rights with that land. Yeah, you mean our Second Amendment privileges? Yeah, I am one of the privileged ones that has the privilege of exercising my privileges of carrying a firearm, concealed or open. You know, I didn't go to the school and the class to get certified, so I can't go into another state. They just passed a law in Illinois that makes me a felon, even though I was never a felon until they signed a paper and said now he's a felon. That's one of the things I warned people about over a decade ago. I think it was almost 2 decades ago, that when you accept an infringement upon a right like Second Amendment because somebody's a felony, it seems right, but all they have to do is change what a felony is. if somebody commits a felony, you know. And now there's so many laws, obscure laws. If you get caught speeding 3 times in a year, it's a felony in Indiana. In other states, they've got it changed up, you know, but there's so many obscure laws that they pass to make people felons, and then all of a sudden now you lose your privilege to carry a firearm. You know, it seems right that, you know, somebody that's, you know, not right in the head shouldn't have a firearm, but if you infringe upon a person's right because of their mental, you know, because of some faux scientific philosophy called psychology says that you're mentally ill or you've got some kind of a mental problem, now you've opened up the door, and all they have to do is redefine what mentally ill is. And they're literally saying right now, if you're a masculine man that believes in the fundamental teachings of the Bible, and you believe in the union that God made between man and woman, that man is to be the head of the woman, you are, you know, not mentally sound, because they, you know, that's toxic masculinity and all that shit. You know, if you're going through a time of sorrow, which is a common thing with everybody, they want to call it depression. I don't know why this tracking picked up again. They call it depression, probably because I'm moving my hands around. And then all of a sudden you get these stupid red flag laws. Oh, I'm worried that so-and-so is, you know, he's got guns and he's been feeling pretty depressed. He's you know, and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you get a 2 a.m. SWAT team raid on your house, you know. And all these lawyers, every one of these lawyers now are telling you, oh, just submit to the cops no matter what they do. See, it just picked it up again. It'll pick it up quick, but it won't shut it down without me taking the glove off and getting right up in there. You know, it's like, no, you know what? Somebody breaks into my house at 2 a.m. You're going to take me, if you're a bunch of cops without a signed warrant by a judge, you're going to take me out in a stretcher because I'm going to fucking shoot you. You know, period. If I ain't committed no crime and you guys are busting into my house, first thing I'm doing is grabbing my gun and grabbing my phone, and I'm going to record it all so that those I leave behind can see the video for themselves. You know, I wouldn't call that suicide by cop either. I'd call that just standing my ground, you know. Fuck, what we're living in fucking Nazi Germany in the USSA right now. It's ridiculous. I don't know if you pay attention to what goes on legislatively and with law enforcement, but ever since 9/11, they began to do the surveillance and digital controls and militarize the police and started pushing MRAPs and all these different, you know, fucking combat zone carriers and devices and equipment into the police departments and sheriff's departments. It's like, are you kidding me? Really? Oh yeah, it's all about safety, right? Well, the Supreme Court already said it's not your job, their job to protect us, so get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know, you take that somewhere, take that to North Korea. Don't take that here. That's how I feel about it. But I'm gonna stand my ground if they come after me without any just cause. And I'm not gonna give them a just cause because I'm a peaceful man. You know, but don't ever mistake a peaceful man for a harmless man. You know. Yeah. I hope you're okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna get back to this. I'll do the tracking again, I guess. Doot. Get out of here with that. It automatically sets my head way down. There we go. I wonder if it's gonna pick me up now. There we go. It kind of didn't want to pick me up right away. Oh, that's going to have to get split that way. That's going to have to get split that way. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. I'll try to split it that way. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, got a little domino effect going on here. Yep. Just want to stand up. Doesn't split one way, turn it over. And it doesn't want to, oh no. Doesn't want to split that way, it's got a knot. Yeah. So oftentimes, I gotta turn that off if it'll turn off with my glove. No. Dang it. Stupid auto tracking. No, too far. If you're seeing this, there's natural cracks that show up after it's been cut. And if you, that's where the wood naturally is starting to already break apart from. So you want to aim your split and maul on that line, but more toward the outer edge for leverage. For anyone that wants to know about splitting wood, that's one of the many things that I've learned. Another, I don't even know if the mic picked it up. Let me see what I'm dealing with here. Oh, redacted. Message retracted. Truth must be expressed. Yep. Another trick to splitting wood is about 90% of the tree is going to split best in the direction it grew. So if you can have the bottom facing the ground and the top up at the top, it works best if you're splitting right where you leave the, right where you drop the tree down, you cut it up, and then it's easy to know the direction of the tree growth. You turn them up on end and split them that way. 90% of the logs will split easier. Branches and stumps are the parts that you'll have a hard time with doing that, and you have to go upside down and flip them around. And then if you don't have knowledge of the direction the tree grew, because sometimes the logs will fool you. Sometimes as the tree grows, it actually starts to widen up for a branch or for knots inside or something. Could be a parasite. And so if you're looking for the smaller end to be on top, it could be the opposite. But yeah, there was an old timer that taught me that one. And he said when you're out here and if you're splitting and it's hard, flip it over and then split it. Usually it's going to be a lot easier unless there's a knot inside that log. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Eric Courier. I'll get back to splitting here. Turn the auto track on again, see if it'll go back to, if it'll put me back in frame. It looks like it will. It looks like it will. Anywho. Okay, you can go. Grab that one. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Do those. I don't want too many big ones. Oh, you were upside down. That's what you were. Oh yeah, that's a big knot. That's gonna be fun. That's right where it splits off into two different, it branches off into two branches. That ought to be fun, as in a good workout. I might just chisel away at this one. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to want to do that. Oh, that's always cool. Little squirrely knots inside there. But yeah, this one has a branch here. Yeah, it's not showing up because auto tracking. A branch here and a branch here. This whole log is just one big knot. And that's when you want them upside down. Alright. See if you can see. Straight fucking branch all the way through the damn thing. And we shall go like this. And like this. All right. Goodbye. Naughty fun. Alright, let's see if we can get that. Oh, I got rid of that one. Alright. That's gonna be fun. fit now. One. I missed. Nice. That wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. But it had me knock over one of those presets. Fucker. Yeah. Yeah, that'll keep wanting to come back. He's like, I ain't done with you. No, I'm done with you. Until I need you to warm me up. I'll come back and get you next year. For sure. That way. That's going, not staying up. Oh well. Oh, the auto tracking stopped. Either that or I stopped, I don't remember. I gotta fucking hide my shit to see. Oh wow, there's so much wood. What are you going to do with it? That's what I heat my home with. I gotta turn that auto tracking off. And probably turn this off here. So I can take this off. It should be still picking up. I guess my last cut out. Yeah, I got down below the wood pile for my Wi-Fi. I don't know what I got here going on. 60% battery power, that ain't bad. I think I'm gonna shut down my... Oh, how do I do that? Yeah. Wait a minute. I wonder if when I unplugged it from the thing, if the mic picked up differently. It's showing that it's still connected. I wonder, let me know if the mic is picking this up. Hold on. How do I do that? I guess if you're hearing wind in the microphone, if you're hearing wind, then it means my phone mic is picking up. Because it is breezy. I don't know, I think I'm just gonna, let's see what I got here. Blunt Waffle said the auto track was making him sick. What are you up to? Infinite Rose. Alright. Well, I've got this phone in the carriage for my DJI Osmo Mini 7P blah blah blah, my gimbal. So here's the gimbal, and the part that attaches to the magnet, that's what the phone is in the carriage. And I'm wondering if I disconnect the carriage, disconnect the phone from the carriage, is the external mic going to still pick up? It looks like it's still connected right now. I don't know. I guess what I can do is look and find out. So if I disconnect this, it looks like it might still work as a module, as a receiver. Yeah, interesting. So what I'm going to do then is get out my handy dandy tripod, which is all mechanical and no digital electronics. I love the handy dandy tripod. And now we'll go up. Wait, wrong one. In height, drop one more stack of legs, and in which case I can turn this and I could go up, and then I can come down, and now I can pack this thing away. This thing is kind of cool though. Oh, it probably just turned on. Yeah, I gotta turn it off. Anytime you turn it on, it automatically, or you open it, automatically turns on. But this thing's got like an extension on it, and that's also got a swivel here, so you can be like far away with this thing, you know, catch more background in the picture when you're doing like, you know, live streaming or vlogging or something, or, you know, making videos. I don't know. I bought it with the intent to use it with a brand new S24 Ultra, and the S24 Ultra ended up being a pretty bad one, and so I did not keep it. What's going on here? Why isn't this thing working? Okay, something's not right. There we go. Oh, and it's got these legs that come out of the bottom, and then it's got a little stand, which is how I was holding it up. And then they just shove inside, and it's really small. The thing fits inside of my pocket. That's why they call it Osmo Pocket Mini, whatever. It'll fit inside of a cargo pocket. And then there's the carriage. And of course, this thing is the modular, which is not gonna let me see. I forgot I have the microphone on. It's showing it's connected. We'll see. Ooh, what do I do about this? Do I put it back on? Should I put the microphone back on? Is that gonna pick it up? It'll pick up all my heavy breathing. Old man out here trying to fight the wood. Nobody knows. Anas, yeah. Your name looks familiar. Was there somebody else in here that had a wrench? Yeah, that's who I didn't recognize. And it's so hard for me to read with the sunlight right now. That is what it is. People like to watch somebody work. That's fine. I use this as an excuse to come take a break, grab some water, grab a smoke, read the chat, if I can. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I do need to get into the eye doctor and get the optometrist, and the optician is the one that fits the frames and all that, but the optometrist is the one that actually checks your sight and gets your prescription for your corrective lenses. As you get older, the outer part of your lens begins to lose its flexibility and it kind of hardens up instead of making it pliable, which is necessary for focusing. And so now they have technology just in the last few hundred years where they've been able to, correct people's eyesight through different lens shapes. Before that, even in the 1800s, getting a pair of glasses was not a thing. People used to use one, I forgot what they called it. It was just one lens that they would pop up on their eyeball so that they could see. We're losing genetics over time. That's one thing that kind of like it flies in the face of evolution, but I really don't think there is such thing as an evolutionist or, somebody that believes in evolution or atheists. It's just an excuse I think people want to cling to because they hate God. They hate the idea of God. But all we ever observe in all living things is the loss of genetic information over time. Genetic information never shows up. It always deteriorates and loses. And that's the second law of thermodynamics. The only thing we see is entropy with time. We don't see the organization. Entropy and disorganization is all we get with time. That's all that's observable in the universe. Things get worse. They deteriorate. They fall apart. We're living in what's called a corruptible world, and things are corrupted. And they break down. Nothing gets better with time except wine, right? No, ferments do, but that's a very short span of time, and then it breaks down and turns to dirt over time. I don't know if the mic's picking me up or not good. All right, let's see. I'm working at it. Get her done. Is that picking up the rows there? Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, they're there. Okay. And we'll try this here. That's pretty cool. I'm getting through it. Oh, forgot that one again. Okay. Stamp that one out. Yeah, I'll split that one again. Yeah, the ground is still frozen. That might not split. Big old naughty knot. Alright. Yeah, that'll be fun. Hi. Time to get some electrolytes. I drink a lot of water. And Major's Gatorade. Stinging nettle and raspberry leaf tea with raw honey. Let's see if I can select all and then go to 18. There we go. So, stinging nettle grows in rich soil. It produces some of the most important bioavailable vitamins, minerals, and nutrients for the body. The plant matter, seeds, and roots are high in protein. Stinging nettle is rich in calcium. It's one of the richest sources of vitamin C found in nature. It contains vitamin K, vitamin D, vitamin A, complete vitamin B complex, iron, chromium, copper, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, selenium, silicon, sulfur, zinc, bioflavonoids, saponin, serotonin, acetylcholine, polyphenols, and triterpenes, to name a few. These aren't all of them. There's still more. The whole plant is just loaded with nutrition. The health benefits of each one of these constituents are tremendous. Do look into them individually to find out what they are, as they do have amazing results in the overall health of your body. They can rid the body of many diseases and ailments, as well as enhance wound healing process. The seeds are high in protein. Stinging nettle supports the growth of beneficial probiotic bacteria, which enrich your digestive microbiome and helps to balance the immune system, making it helpful for people with autoimmune disorders. The roots also contain protein that is unique to stinging nettle called Urtica dioica agglutinin, which kills fungus in the body. UDA, which is Urtica dioica agglutinin, has many benefits yet to be discovered. It's just one of the things that I've written about stinging nettle. I haven't published it yet, but I actually wrote it specifically to make a YouTube video about stinging nettle. It's kind of why I invested some money into this, you know, and getting... I had bought a better phone, but it was a junk phone. Galaxy S24 sucked. The Ultra, it sucked. But I got a bunk one. Man, some of them were good, I guess, but the one I got had errors, and I just... As long as my old Galaxy S10 is working, I'm going to use it. Yeah, I'm plugging right along with my wood pile here. This is, I haven't seen what it was before, but it's getting down. That's hardly anything compared to what it was. Yeah. Whatever. I could probably get this done today, just finishing this pile here. I don't know if anybody's in here. It says nobody's in here. Well, we'll see. Let's see. That. Oh, I got a buzzard bug hanging around here. Let's see if I can go this way. There it is. Yeah, ain't the greatest, but it'll work. I think it won't show this log. Yeah, it barely shows this log in the print. That one, yeah, that's showing that one. Take a minute. Oh, Eric Courier. I don't know if he's still here. I'm checking out his channel. He's got a little Second Amendment thing going on there. Look pretty cool. Eric. Yeah. Go to the channel. Yeah, subscribe. There's a lot of people show up in the chats that don't really have any content at all on their channel. It's like they look like dead channels. What a beautiful day out today. It's in the 50s. It's in the 50s. The sun is shining, so in the sunlight it's probably close to 70. Love me some herbal tea with honey. The honey's what got me on it. The honey got me. What is this? Yep. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, went through one of those knots. Oh, nasty. I don't know if I'll get through this knot. I could try. Yeah, just wanting to go outside. Well, let's see if I can skin that piece right there. Oh boy, funny shapes. This is what they call bastard wood. It ain't gonna stack very good, but it'll burn better than the regular shit. It'll burn better and longer and hotter than these straight ones. Okay. I'll give it a shot. Sometimes that stump wood is stubborn. Like that. I'll do that again. Okay, now that's not going to want to stay up. There it is. says there is, but nobody's talking. Okay, now we're going to take that down a notch. There you go. I'm not going to put up with that. You didn't want to go the first time, I'll make you go the second time. Or the third. Oh, you're gonna burn good. All that knottage. Really? Those usually don't go with one hit. Oh, right down in the middle lane, huh? Yeah. Have to make some changes here. Well, that's going to be fun. Oh, I remember that one. Getting near the end here, I see. That's good. I think I'll go that way. Maybe, just maybe, we'll go there. Oh, I forgot to set comments to all, the chat filter to all messages. Sometimes YouTube, well, yeah, not sometimes, YouTube always deletes or hides messages under what's called top comments. I hate censorship. Huh. I might want to take that chunk off. I think I do. Of course, that chunk don't necessarily want to come off. Oh well, that's an unstackable piece. It'll pile, but it won't stack. Which way do I go with this one? Probably that way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move my station over again. Things are starting to get crowded over here. Upside down. Let's see. Where exactly are we? Same place we were before. YouTube's telling me there's people in here, but nobody's saying nothing. I'm thinking nobody's in here. I suspect. It's like when I had that live stream yesterday. At the end of the live stream, it said I had like over 10,000 people view. But there wasn't more than 5. There was less than a dozen people that were actually engaging. And out of those, only 3 or 4 of them had, less than 5 actually had a channel that had anything on there except a name and a freaking letter. Which looks like chatbot channels. It's interesting how YouTube fucks with people's income. There's a lot of people that turn this into a business. I'm not one of those people. I just ran into a problem. My neck knife is steel, and the magnet hits it from the microphone. Oh well. I guess I'll be able to play this back and hear what the sound is like. That was the purpose of this live stream, was to test the auto tracking and test the microphone. And people began to show up and talk, so I'm like, all right, I'll engage. I got a lot of work I need to do. As you can see, there's still quite a few logs yet, but nowhere near what I've already gotten done. I got close to 30 feet pile over here, 30 foot by 12 foot by 3.5 to 4 foot high. And then this one here is probably right about 25 feet. And I've got another pile I already split up over there. I got more logs to split in another area of the yard, or woods anyway. So that's 55, 60 linear feet. 55 linear feet. 12 foot wide. Easy 12 foot wide. And 4 foot high. And this is only my 4th day splitting. So that ain't too bad. About a good, solid, good, hard week's worth of work, and I got enough wood for splitting for the winter. But it takes a few days to get all the trees cut up too. And all the branches burned. So it's probably about 2 solid weeks of work to cut the trees down, burn the branches, cut the logs up, and split them to be able to provide heat for the entire year, for the entire winter. And I'm saving about $5,000 a year on heat, because I got a 2,500 square foot house and it's not well insulated. And it can't be. It was a modular with like a 310 pitch. You can't even get up into the ceiling, into the attic. At the highest point, I think I measured 18 inches at the peak. And it just goes down from there. It's like, well, you're not going to get up inside there to insulate it. It ain't going to happen. Those might be showing up in there, I don't know. Yeah, even now I'm thinking I need to move more. Yeah, whatever, we'll see. That has a branch. Okay, I'll take the bait. There's another one over here. Yeah, that one needs to be split again. There we go. Huh. Okay, I'll turn you upside down then. You want to sit right. Don't want to be a good log. I take these things, these chips and slivers that come off, and throw them in the pile. Because if they stay on the ground, they're likely to turn to dirt. Through the year. All right. Branches. Put it with a pile of other branches. Ooh. I hate when I open it up and I see there's two centers on it. Two centers all the way through. Oh boy. That means that's going to be a hard one in the middle. So I'll have to work on splitting it this way. Yeah. Oh, that's got a little line going the other way. Interesting. This one good? Yeah, that'll burn. I go one more. Oh yeah, I'm moving. That's telling me something I don't want to see. Yep. It was telling me all right. Big old knot. That did not want to come apart. I didn't want to stay up. I don't know. I guess I'll try that. That one's split in three. That was cool. Okay, I'll try that again. Yeah, that'll be fine. I like that. Gotta split them. Another one of those. They give me good indicators. Yeah, that's close, but I'll take it. All right.